What's up, guys? I'm Chris with Deville Magic, and today you're watching a magic review on Get Real by J. Scott Barry. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. If you're new here and you're watching from YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment with any questions you might have or things that you'd like to see in the future, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss a review. If you're watching from devillemagic.net, tune in each week for a new review. Get Real by J. Scott Barry is an exclusive download that you can purchase at devillemagic.net. Now, this is 40 years of experience and work put into silk and real magic. And you're going to learn a whole bunch of routines, a bunch of different moves that you can do. I'm going to go over kind of the track list of the tutorial here in a moment. All right, so that was performance of one of the routines that you're going to get with this project. So this is a download and it's only $20. With that said, you get a ton of content. Let's get into the tutorial. For $20, you're going to get the tutorial. It's an hour and 10 minutes long and it is full of information. Okay, I wrote it all down here. I'm going to read it off because I want to kind of give you guys an idea of what you're getting. So everything's very well put together. The video and audio is perfect. The production is perfect. You know, I enjoyed watching this. You know, usually with explanations and tutorials, it's not that they're boring, but like I don't get joy in watching them. Whereas this, it's so well put together, whether it's just the transition from one scene to the next, and then going from performance to explanation, it's all very, very well done. Now, with that said, Jay goes into so much detail because he's put 40 years of his life into this work, right? And it shows, you know, from just the flourishes he does with each individual prop to the elegance that he's able to incorporate into these routines. Like it's a work of art. So the track listing, I do want to go over everything here, so that's why I have it written down. But you're gonna get how to select a reel, right? So there's a bunch of different reels out there. Jay's gonna explain which ones work best and why. And then once you pick up a reel, there's some modifications that you can do to make that reel both camouflaged and soundproof. You're going to get the reel prep and then the basic training. So you're going to get your palms, you're going to get gimmick transfers, and then you're going to get the main penetration move. Okay, so then once you know the main move, you kind of just know what to do from there. But he's going to go over a number of routines, and these are all great routines. Like, although the move might be the same, basically a silk penetrating or going through something, right? Although that might be the same, these routines are very, very different. So you're going to get silk through stand, which you may have seen before, the microphone stand, or cane. You'll get the silk through ring performance and explanation. That's the one that I showed here, and that's my favorite. I think it's beautiful. You're gonna get cane through scarf. Yeah, cane through scarf. It caught me off guard here, but the scarf is the silk, right? And then another mic stand routine, fit to be tied / unarmed, which is silk through rope. So you have a bit of a rope routine there, as well as the penetration effect. And then you also have unarmed, which is which you can do basically like to the audience's point of view, propless, because you're using your arm as what is penetrated. And then last you get Wanderful, which is a wand routine with some really nice flourishes, really nice handling with a wand, and then the penetrations, obviously, right? So you get a whole bunch of routines. I think that's what, 6 different routines. And like I said, they're all very different. You know, you're not going to watch the mic stand routine, the ring and silk routine, and the rope and silk routine and think that they're all the same, even though that move is throughout. They're all completely different, right? And I think that you could perform more than one in a show, and it's all going to look really good. Difficulty level, once you learn that main move and you practice that and get that down, it's all pretty straightforward from there. There are obviously some differences when using different props, but the main move is generally the same throughout. However, you are going to want to practice it, right? You're going to want to make it look natural and like you're not doing anything or setting anything up. And in watching Jay, you know, it never once looks like he's doing anything suspicious or like he's ever setting anything up. This can also be angle proof, right? So ideally, you would in an ideal situation, nobody behind you would be perfect. However, you can hide what you need to with the silk, right? So through the different palms and transfers and things like that. And then obviously when we talk about reels, to any magician who knows what a reel is, there's obviously like a string or a thread, right? That's all very well hidden with the silk. And it can be angle proof depending what routine you're doing or how, any routine really, but how you're handling, how you approach the handling. Setup and reset. There is no reset. There's a one-time setup. I mean, you want to get the reel, you want to mod it so that it's quiet, so that it is it's not essential. It's not, you know, mandatory that you customize it to match the color of your skin. It's just going to make it less visible, right? Or invisible. But, you know, with you could use a metal reel that's shiny, and if you're doing things right, they're not going to see it, right? But just for your safety, it is suggested that you do a couple things to the reel just to make it easier on you. Can it be inspected? No, the silk can't be inspected, but you're likely not going to be doing this walk around, or you know, it's most likely going to be part of a show where people are, where you're stationary, you know, and people are watching you. So there's really not going to be anything to be inspected. If people do, for whatever reason, ask to see the silk after the show or whatever, you know, you just switch it out. But I don't think that's something that would ever happen. You know, this is a showpiece, right? It's not something that you're going to walk up to somebody and put the silk through their arm. I mean, you might, because that would be cool too. But this is meant to look like a work of art. Pocket space on this is very minimal. I would probably compare it to a quarter of a deck of cards. I don't have anything else around here that would be better for comparison. But if you take a deck of cards and cut that in half and cut it in half again, that's probably the pocket space that it's going to take up. You can just wrap the silk around the reel, place it in your breast pocket or whatever pocket that you want to. Is this worth your $20? It's only $20. Okay, for what you're getting, this could be a lot more, because you think about, there are different performers and creators who have put out, you know, penetration routines with silk through mic stand and things like that. You know, and prices are comparable. But with this, you're going to get that. Like, basically all you need to know for that is the method, right? So you're going to get the method, but then Jay goes into all these different routines, and they look so good. It's such a pleasure to watch. You know, it's, when I think back to when I was a kid and I got to go and see a magic show, like, this is the stuff that I wanted to see, you know, things that looked like magic, and things that, you know, maybe not then, maybe I didn't understand and respect the amount of work that went into a routine. But when you see Jay performing and you watch these routines, like, you're going to enjoy watching them as much as you enjoy performing them. Is this a worker? It can be done close up, right? If you've seen Michael Amar perform on, I think it was Letterman, but I could be wrong there. He performed Little Hand, and then he performed silk through the handle of a coffee mug. So he did that on television, and it was up close with Letterman, if that's who it was with. So I mean, it can be performed up close. It's the same principle. But I would use this more so as a stage effect or like a parlor routine. But yeah, it's definitely a worker. Like, this is stuff that is going to heighten your reputation because it looks so good, right? It looks professional. Even if you're kind of an amateur magician just starting out, if you can get this down, and it's simple, but I mean, if you practice this and you put together your own routine, you're gonna look like extremely professional because this looks so good. And you know, if I was just learning the method from another source, yeah, I'd know how it's done. But in watching this and watching Jay perform, you're getting so much more than just the method and the routines. You're getting, you know, his passion and you know, the amount of emotion that he puts into his magic. Like, you feel that and you see that, and in learning this, you want to do the same, right? It motivated me to put more emotion and meaning into my magic. So, you know, take away the method, take away the routines. Just watching this has improved me as a magician, just in the mindset and in how I want to perform alone. So the positives, this is so cheap for what you get, right? Jay is sharing his life's work on silk and real magic, and I can't think of a better person to teach than Jay. Um, the teaching is so well done, but like I mentioned, in watching the performances, I learned a lot just through watching him perform this, right? So um, there are so many positives to this. You know, an hour and 10 minutes, you get a lot of content and only $20, right? I got no negatives. I recommend this to everybody, whether this is something that you would do or not. I think in watching this, it is going to motivate you to heighten your magic and to go out and be the best performer you can and to perform so that people remember you. That kind of wraps up everything that I have to say on Get Real. It is a great purchase, so head on over to devillemagic.net. I'll leave a link in the description below, but this is Jay's latest release. Go check it out, and again, thanks for watching.